Well, if you've ever read Charlotte's Web, you know that a pig can indeed change a person's life. E.B. White's beloved classic was the novel, of course, but it turns out it can happen in real life, too. To explain, we're joined now by reporter Steve Shaw. Steve?
Rich, this is a David versus Goliath story about a Hydro-Eakly High School senior whose sheer grit and determination will go down as Caddo County legend.
Cade Ray works 2 part-time jobs and still manages to do great in school. Many, probably most kids would shy away and retreat from the kind of daunting family struggles Cade has endured and prefers not to talk about.
Did you ever doubt yourself?
Not really.
We're ready for a barrow. Cade Ray, come on in here for the Hydro LKF.
Last December, Cade bought this pig from an Arkansas breeder. He wanted to compete in the massive Oklahoma Junior Livestock Show in Oklahoma City. By the way, the pork industry employs 34,000 people in the Sooner State, and pork is Oklahoma's second largest ag industry.
Is it the granddaddy of them all?
It is the granddaddy of them all.
Nationwide?
Oh, yeah.
Hydro-Eakly ag teacher Chris Clausen marveled at what he saw Cade do. Despite working at a local gym before school and then another job at this Hydro grocery store in the evenings, Cade took great care of that barrow pig, which is known in the ag world as a castrated male.
There's a number of different things that he's required to do. The little things are the more obvious things of feed and water and all that, and clean bedding and a shelter for the animal whenever they're here. But the things that probably get unnoticed is all the time that he spends driving him and exercising him, working him from a standpoint of practicing for when he's going to go in the ring to get the appropriate looks that a judge is looking for.
Cade named his beautiful 263-pound pig after a certain Kansas City Chiefs quarterback.
We named him Mahomes.
When Cade and Mahomes entered the Junior Livestock Show in March, they were up against quite a crowd and 7,500 other pigs.
It comes with a lot of politics from time to time. It's a who's who and who spent what and those sorts of things. And Cade is just your average FFA member that did this on his own, bought his own livestock, and made it to the top. And that's really rare in these times that we are now, where we have so many outside helpers and so much money involved for a kid like him to take one to the front like he did. He went in class and he won his class, and the judge really, really liked him. And then he went into what they call the division drive, and he won his division. Well, when he won his division, he was in the division that was arguably one of the toughest of the divisions that were there. Then he went in for the breed champion, and when he won the crossbred breed champion, that's kind of when the reality set in that we've got a contender, we've got a player.
Once I won my division, I kind of knew I could get a whole piece of the pie.
He won the whole pie and some whipped cream, too.
It puts you in rare air.
Cade is the first kid from Hydro-Eakly to win first place.
There's no words to describe what happens. I mean, it's the world's biggest livestock show. So I mean, you just want to win it, you win it, and you just.
Hydro-Eakly threw a parade for Cade. Now he's a legend.
That was when the emotion hit me. So I couldn't. I mean, I felt like after I won the show, I felt like I was crying, but like there was no tears. But whenever we were coming down or up Upper Arapahoe, that's when the tears started. I was hanging up through the sunroof and just soaking it all in.
For Cade to do this on behalf of our chapter is so incredibly humbling, and there's so many people that have helped him along the way.
Cade Ray lives with his grandparents in Hydro.
They're happy. They don't really comprehend the whole deal. They don't. My grandpa's excited. He's been to a couple shows. My grandma's not really into the whole animal thing, but whenever I was winning, somebody went out to my house and brought him a computer and let him watch it.
Cade has a good head on his shoulders. I really believe there are great things ahead for Cade.
He defeated them all, and of course was a record-selling pig too through the Auction of Champions. So a real special opportunity for him, but he had a pig that was unlike any other at the Oklahoma Youth Expo in 2022.
Carly Carney is general manager of the grocery store where Cade works.
We just noticed right away that he wanted to help us with whatever we needed help with, and then slowly he's kind of gotten more comfortable talking to people, and it's been a joy to watch him grow up.
Would you call this an incredible underdog story?
Absolutely. It's the Cinderella story of all time for me.
Cade sold Mahomes for $52,000, which is the most ever for the winner of that event. Cade had planned on joining the military to pay for college. Now he says that won't be necessary. Rich.